Hi there, welcome to another video for higher level junior cert maths. We're going to continue with coordinate geometry. Now start to look at finding a point on a line. So when we're given the equation of a line, that will tell us every possible point on the line. But then we have to actually go and sub in values in order to find one of those points. Once we have 2 points on a line found, we can then plot them and using our ruler join them up to actually draw the line when we're just given the equation of the line. First, we'll look at lines that are parallel to the axis. So we'll begin with parallel to the y-axis first. And these red lines, we'll look at this red line here first on the left. Examining that, if we look at all of the points on that line, they all have something in common. All of their x values are 2 because it is a vertical line that goes through 2 on the x-axis. So to label that line, to the equation of that line is simply going to be x equals 2 because all of the points on that line have an x value of 2. And the same principle goes for this line where they all have an x value of 4. So that line is going to be x equals 4. For horizontal lines, which are parallel to the x-axis, examining all of the points on that line, we'll see that all of their y-coordinates are the same. So in this line, all of the points have a y-coordinate of 2, so the equation of that line is simply y equals 2. For the line above, all of the points have a y-coordinate of 4, so the line through all those points will be y equals 4. And down below, all of these points have a y-coordinate of -1, so the equation of that line will be y equals -1. We'd be more familiar looking at the equation of a line in this format, where it's some number of x plus some number of y plus or minus a constant equals 0. So in this format, we call this the general form, ax plus by plus c equals 0. To find a point on that line, you first pick any value for x or y. We normally pick 0 because it makes the calculation simpler. And once you've picked 0, let's say, for x, you fill that into the equation and solve for y. That will give you your first point on the line. And then you do the same thing in reverse. So you'll get 0 and fill that in for y in the equation and solve for x. And that will give you a second point. And once you have your 2 points, you can then plot them and join them up to draw the line. So let's do that here. I'm going to start by saying let x equal 0. So I'm stating clearly that I'm going to sub in 0 for x. And my equation then will become 2 times 0 plus 3y minus 6 equals 0, where I'm filling into this equation of the line here. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 3y minus 6 equals 0. Let's add 6 to both sides because we want to get the y's on one side and the constants on the other. So we're left with 3y equals 6, as the minus 6 and the plus 6 cancel each other out. We want to get 1y, so we're going to divide both sides by 3. And we're left with y equals 2. So when we filled in 0 for x, we got a y value of 2. So the first point on this line is going to be 0, 2. X is 0, y is 2. And now let's quickly do the same thing, but now we're going to do let y equal 0. And we're going to fill in 0 for y. So it becomes 2x plus 3 times 0 this time, minus 6 equals 0. 2x plus 0 minus 6 equals 0. You can see how subbing in 0 simplifies the calculation. We're going to add 6 to both sides again to get the constants to cancel out. And I'm left with 2x equals 6. Divide both sides by 2 to get 1x. X equals 3. So when we substituted in 0 for y, we got an x value of 3. So the second point on this line is going to be 3, 0. X is 3, y is 0. Using these 2 points, we can then plot them, which I have done here, and you get your ruler and you join up the two lines. And since a line goes forever in both directions, you extend the line beyond the 2 points. If you were to stop at just the 2 points, that would be called a line segment. But to draw the full line, you extend it past the points. So that's finding points on a line and using the equation of a line in order to draw it. I hope you found it useful.